Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today is a market day, so that means a market day vlog. I am doing a Pride market here in New York City, and I am all ready to go. And I don't think I showed you guys before, but let me show you all what my shirt looks like that I designed, well, had designed for me. Give me 1 second. So this is my shirt that I'm wearing today. It's a little on the wrinkled side because I had it washed. And then I have my, because I'm a tall person, but focus camera. I have my joggers here on, and then I have my shirt that I had made at one of the shops that's not that far from me. So I had two of them made, and this is what it looks like, you guys. So let me get a little closer so you can read it. And that's it. So yeah, it is 12:30. I gotta be there between 1 and 1:30. So I'm gonna start taking this stuff downstairs and getting my way, well, making my way over to the market now. So I will see you guys later. Loading up the cart. And this is all my stuff that I'm taking with me to the market. Don't mind the garbage over there. But yeah, this is everything. So, hey everyone, so I am here, I'm all set up. I'm actually outside now because it is, my mic is down there, but I'm actually outside right now because they're playing music inside. But I'm all set up. It starts at 3 and I think it's coming on to 2:30, I want to say. But I am here and I'm just waiting for it to get started. It's kind of warm today. It's like 90 degrees today. And the venue looks nice. I saw some pictures online when I was Googling where it was, and I saw some pictures online and it looks exactly, of course, how it looks on the Google, listen to me, on Google. But yeah, it looks nice. It's small, but it's so quaint, and I like spaces like that. So hopefully we have a good turnout tonight. And also, they have a backyard. I'm gonna try and see if I could get back there just to see once people are set up, or maybe my sister can like record back there because I'm sure she's gonna walk around. But yeah, I am outside just taking in the sun and the heat that is here. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, like I said. So I am like sweating and everything else. But I will try and check in with you guys throughout the market. They are going to be playing music, and they're going to be playing music, and I'll try and like sneak in talking to you all, but I will show you for the most part what's going on as much as I can. I don't want to invade anyone's privacy while I do that, so I I did ask the coordinator if I can record, and she said it was okay. But yeah, I'm ready to go and standing here and rambling on and on to you guys. So let me just head back in because it is hot and I still have to put some stuff onto the wax sachets, and hopefully the circles that I bought will keep them closed and I can get the tape off of the already sealed boxes and it doesn't rip anything. So I will catch you guys a little later. All right, so it is 7, almost 7:30, and it is getting a little late. So the market is not going as planned. For whatever reason, people have not like really showed up. And I was just talking to the coordinator and she was telling me how there were, last year they did great. So, and people actually came out. So I don't know what's going on this market here, but I did get a small amount of sales for the people that did come through. So I'm not that disappointed about it, but we'll see because they're about to do a drag show in a couple of minutes here, and I'm just gonna head back on in. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. Very nice venue. All the vendors here are very friendly and nice. I met a couple of them and we followed each other on Instagram, but it's not going as all of us had planned it would go. So I'm gonna wrap it up right here as far as talking goes, and I'm gonna head back inside. But we do have a weekend market next week, so we'll see how that one turns out. It's getting kind of slow out here with these markets lately, so I don't know. It's time to re-strategize, I guess, and try something extra. I do have something that I wanna try out, and hopefully it works out for me. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Let me go back inside and tend to my table and wait for the show to start.
Welcome. My name is Anaphylactic Shock. I am Brooklyn's #1 allergic reaction. And I can't wait to host this drag show for you tonight. Has anyone been to a drag show before? Yeah. Okay, we have a lot of experienced veterans in the audience. So you've already done the first suggestion, which is super loud. Let's get it one more time.
All right, everyone. So it is time for the recap of this market that I did on June 12th. And yes, I'm not in my bedroom right now. I'm actually sitting in a hotel room because I am on a little mini getaway. Now, I'm recording this video a month after this market took place simply because time got away from me and I was busy doing other things. And I also thought that I recorded the recap a week after I did the market, but when I looked in my folder, it just wasn't there. So I'm here in Atlantic City. I'm actually celebrating my sister's birthday. It is her birthday weekend. So that's why I'm not in my bedroom. But I do have my notes here for the recap as always. So let me not ramble any further. Let's just hop right into it. All right, so the name of this market was Pride Market, and it was for Pride Month. And I've never done a Pride Market or a Pride event before, but I figured I know the coordinator because I did one of her markets last year, and she was very nice, and I did pretty decent at her market. So I figured, even though it was mostly geared towards vendors and small business owners within the LGBTQ plus community, I went ahead and signed up because she said she would accept other vendors as well. So I'm a big supporter. So I figured why not try, and I can go there and support even if I didn't get accepted, because they did have a drag queen, not a drag queen, but a drag show there. And she instantly accepted me the next day. So I was kind of shocked that I got in. And also I was surprised that it went so quickly because I never get acceptance that quick. So the market itself went from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. It was more of a nighttime market. They wanted to get the show in at 7 p.m. so that everybody can do their shopping beforehand and then stick around to see the show at the end. It was all free. There was no fee for anyone to come in. So I was excited to see how it was going to turn out. If you saw the market before, you understand why I didn't have any prep done for this market here. All the inventory that I had for that market ended up just transferring over to this one, and I used it for this market here. Now, it was a smaller venue. The venue was in Brooklyn. It was in kind of half industrial, half residential neighborhood, so I was kind of worried about how traffic was going to come to the venue. But she did a lot of promoting, and also we did promoting on our ends as the vendors to try and get people to come to the place. And it's a nice venue. It's where people go to have their small ceremonies, their get-togethers, and there's an outdoor space as well as an indoor space. So the day of the market, it was business as usual. 2 days before, I had packed up all my stuff and got it ready to go. And the day of, I ended up leaving my place probably around 12 o'clock because we had to be there at 1 p.m. to start setting up for the market at 2 p.m. And I got there in well enough time. I had plenty of time to go ahead and set up. My Uber driver helped me get all my stuff inside, which was great because usually they don't help you out. They help you get the stuff out of their car so that they can quickly go on, but they don't usually pack up your wagon and roll it with you to the door. So once I got there, I think I was one of the last vendors to come in, which was crazy because there were so many of the other ones already there setting up. So I like to come early and get my anxiety time to adjust. Once I was there, I saw the coordinator. She came over, she said hi, we had our greetings, and then she showed me where my table was. So my table, as you saw, was pointing towards the door. And once I found my spot, I ended up quickly setting up. It didn't take me much time at all. I'm getting real used to setting up my tables quicker and quicker because I now know what the layout is going to look like. And then I went outside for a little bit just to take a break before the doors opened up. All right, so actually looking at my notes, the market was from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m., but all the setup was still the same time. So I had plenty of time to go ahead and walk around a little bit. I did a little walking around inside, didn't quite walk around outside until later on in the market. So let's talk about the market. He told me that the market was a huge success. A lot of people came through, a lot of people bought stuff, and it sparked her to do it again at the same venue this year. But this year, I don't know if it went the way that she was hoping because traffic was at a standstill. There was barely anyone there as soon as the market started. But I kind of understood because it was on a Thursday night, and a Thursday night market in New York City kind of seems a little odd to do because people are just going home. They're not really out shopping. I would have expected it to be maybe on a Friday or a Saturday. And she did say that they did it the same day last year. So I don't know. I guess people weren't as notified as she had hoped. And like I said, there were signs all around the block. So I don't know what happened this go around, but there definitely was a a crawl when it came to traffic at the market. So I have my notes, and I remember putting down that I got my first sale of the day at 3:17, and it was a candle, a small afternoon bouquet candle. And I remember just sitting there the good amount of the time, just sitting there, just waiting to see if people were going to come in. I was working on some products and labeling some products so that I wasn't just twiddling my fingers hoping for people to come in. And then, of course, I was talking to the vendor next to me from time to time. But for the most part, we were just standing around waiting for someone to come in. Now, she was out there trying to, catch people and direct people into the venue. But the few that they did have come in, they really didn't buy much. They mostly looked around, and that was about it. That was pretty much how the market went up until the drag show. So it wasn't a complete down for me. I did have my sisters come through, so they came and they kept me company, and I was able to walk to the back. But it just wasn't, the traffic really just wasn't there. So we were pretty much hanging out, I guess, just waiting for this drag show to start. And that's part of the reason why my sisters came, because they wanted to see one as well. I never saw one before. I've always heard about them, and I'm always open to experience things. So I was happy to see the drag show when it happened at 7 p.m. And we didn't have to like move tables or anything. There was plenty of space in the middle. If I remember correctly, there were 5 drag queens and drag kings. So that was exciting to see at a market. Now, I've seen plenty of shows before. I've seen bands before at markets, but this was my first time experiencing a drag show at a market. There wasn't really much going on with this market. It was a lot of sitting around and waiting for people to come in. They did have the garage, because there's a garage door there to open. They did have that open, but it really wasn't many people even walking outside to come into the venue. So I'm just gonna move on to the sales and how I did for that day. So for the sales, I made 3 sales on the day, and my gross pay, or my net pay rather, was $48.69. This has to be one of my lowest markets as far as sales goes, and it pretty much matches the one from the last market that I did before this one. These 2 were advertised as very successful, and they usually have a good turnout, but for this market here, it just wasn't a good turnout for me. So there wasn't any top sellers at all. I sold one afternoon bouquet candle, a small one. I sold a relaxing shoreside one, and I also sold a beachside cottage room spray. So there were no top sellers for this market here. And also, I did not make my vendor fee nor my transportation fees back. It is a little disappointing, because I'll be transparent with you guys. I spent $125 on this market here. So it's disappointing not to get to my vendor's fee. But I did enjoy myself. I did meet new faces, and I did see my first ever drag show, so I was excited for that. And yeah, that was the plus of this market here. Overall, the feeling of doing the market was a good feeling, but the outcome was not. It was a disappointing outcome. Like I said, I wish it would have been better. I wish there would have been more traffic coming in, but the good points were the talking to people and meeting new people, getting to see the coordinator again, because she's very nice and friendly, and she's a staple in one of my communities that I'm involved in. So she does a lot of good things for small businesses. And then also seeing the drag show for the first time. So I was excited to see that and happy to see that. Now, the downside, of course, is the low traffic and the low sales. Look, as far as these markets go, I know I've had some misses, and yes, they have been disappointing to not hit my goals and not make a good amount of money with them. But these, to me, I feel are learning experiences. You have to put in some money in order to get your business going. And if there was a crystal ball that told me, hey, don't do this one or do that one, I think we all would use that crystal ball with our small businesses. But you win some, you lose some, and you get to map out where you're going to move from there. So I am, despite losing out on money, which is always a bad thing when it comes to being a small business owner. I am getting to see what's out there. And then the plus thing about doing these markets, even though they don't turn out the way you would hope them to, you also get connections, and connections lead you to other connections and other connections. I did not expect to get the connections that I did with the markets that I did in May, and now I have other avenues where I can possibly sell my products and also have ways of getting into other venues. So it's not always going to be a successful one. I'll put it like that. But I am happy that I did it, and I'm happy that I got to experience it, and I got to meet new people and get further on into things that hopefully will help my business move forward. So that is it for this market recap. I know it didn't turn out the way that we all wanted it to or hoped to, but it is on to the next market as always, because I can't stop and be sad and disappointed at this one. I have to move forward and see what's next to come. Now, if you all enjoyed this video and you want to see more, I have plenty of market videos on my channel. Go ahead and check them out. And if you enjoyed this video here, go ahead and hit that like button, as well as comment and share down below. I love seeing the comments down there. I love reading the comments. And as you all notice, I respond to every single comment down there. Now, if you are new here and you have not subscribed yet, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. Now, I am going to go ahead and rest. I'm not sure if we're going out. It is getting darker outside, so I'm not sure. But I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. And don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.